The silent revolution isn't coming anymore. It's here. You've seen the headlines, the wild video clips, the sound bites, all screaming the same warning. It's easy to write it all off as hype, something out of a sci-fi movie. But the reality is, this shift is already happening under our feet. Top firms like Goldman Sachs are estimating that AI could impact up to 300 million jobs worldwide. Now, impact doesn't just mean eliminate. It means the actual tasks that make up these jobs are being automated, fundamentally changing what people do all day. An MIT study confirms this isn't happening overnight, but the effects are becoming impossible to ignore. A lot of people are talking about this, but most of them can't tell you which jobs are actually first on the chopping block. This isn't about a far-off future. This is about the next few years. So, in this video, we're getting specific. We're naming the 6 jobs that are already in the crosshairs of automation, where demand is heading for a steep and permanent nosedive. And more importantly, stick around, because we're also going to show you the steps you can take to make sure your career isn't one of them. Hey everyone, my name is Rosalind Methelus. By day I'm still working 9 to 5 and also an entrepreneur. Let's dive right into it. Number 1. Data entry and administrative roles. Data entry and administrative support is a category on the verge of going extinct. For decades, these roles were the engine room of the office, the people processing invoices, moving information, and managing schedules. But their main job, handling repetitive, data-heavy tasks, is exactly what AI was born to do. Only it does it faster, cheaper, and it never makes a typo. Think about it. We've had technology for years that can scan and read documents. But generative AI takes it to a whole new level. An AI agent doesn't just scan an invoice anymore. It reads it, understands it, pulls the due date and amount, puts that into the accounting software, schedules the payment, and files the invoice away, all without a human ever touching it. Big companies are already rolling these systems out. Recent studies show that a huge chunk of administrative work, some estimates put it in the 40 to 60% range, can be automated with the tech we have right now. This isn't just about data entry clerks. It's payroll, scheduling, and administrative assistance. The jobs that once took a whole floor of people are now being handled by what Gartner calls small teams of specialists who just manage the AI. The job is no longer doing the work. It's overseeing the machine that does. That's a massive shift, and it means the need for manual office work is in a terminal decline. Number 2. Customer service representatives. The customer service representative is a job that millions of people do every single day. You know the routine. You have a problem, you call a number, listen to terrible hold music, and eventually talk to a person. That entire model is being taken apart piece by piece. For years, we've all groaned at clunky chatbots that could barely understand a simple question. But the new generation of conversational AI is playing a completely different sport. These aren't just bots. They're AI agents that can hold shockingly human-like conversations, pick up on frustration in your voice, and access a universe of information to solve your problem on the spot. They can do it 24/7 across phone, chat, and email, all at the same time, and they never get tired or annoyed. For businesses, the logic is brutal and undeniable. A Gartner survey found that a whopping 85% of customer service leaders are already planning to test out these advanced AI solutions. Executives see it as a clear path to cutting costs and being more efficient. This doesn't mean every customer service job is going to disappear tomorrow, but the job itself is changing. All the routine stuff, password resets, tracking an order, booking an appointment, will be handled by AI. The humans who are left will be the specialists, the pros who handle the really complex, sensitive, or high-stakes issues where you need real empathy. But there will be far, far fewer of those jobs. The frontline customer service role is on a one-way road to automation. Number 3. Routine software development and coding. This one might catch you by surprise. Routine software development is high risk now. Tech jobs have always felt like the safest bet in a shaky economy. To be clear, we are not talking about the end of software engineers. We're talking about automating the grunt work. the repetitive basic tasks that eat up a huge part of a developer's day. AI coding assistants like GitHub's Copilot are already used by a majority of developers today. These tools can write clean code from a simple prompt, hunt down bugs, and even translate code from one language to another. Some reports, like those from the World Economic Forum, suggest that up to 40% of programming tasks could be automated soon. The biggest hit is at the entry level. A senior engineer who designs complex systems can use AI to become a one-person army. This means companies can get more done with smaller, more experienced teams. This breaks the traditional career ladder where you'd start as a junior coder writing basic stuff. That bottom rung is getting sawed off. We're already seeing a tough job market for new tech grads because companies are using AI for the very tasks they used to give to rookies. The job is shifting from coder to architect. It's less about writing every single line and more about designing the blueprint and then using AI to build it. It's a huge opportunity for experienced pros, but it makes breaking into the industry much harder. Number 4, manufacturing and assembly line workers. Manufacturing and assembly line work is one we've seen coming for a long time. The classic image of automation is a giant robot arm in a car factory. But what's happening now is on a totally different level. Old robots did one thing over and over. Today's AI-powered robots can see, learn, and adapt. They can handle variety, like picking up weirdly shaped objects, and perform quality checks with a level of precision a human eye could never match. A 2019 Oxford Economics report put a scary number on it: 20 million manufacturing jobs gone globally by 2030. And even though that report is a few years old, all signs show that trend has only picked up steam. The push for cheaper, more reliable production is causing companies to double down on advanced robotics. This hits lower-skilled workers the hardest, along with the towns and cities that depend on those factories. And while people say automation creates new jobs, those new roles, managing the robots, analyzing the data, require a completely different skill set. That's not an easy jump for someone who has spent 20 years on an assembly line. The physical, repetitive work that built the 20th century is quickly becoming a thing of the past. Number 5, entry-level market research and financial analysis. Entry-level market research and financial analysis covers jobs that used to be a golden ticket for smart graduates. The whole point of these jobs is to collect mountains of data, find the patterns, and boil it all down into a report that tells executives what to do. And this, unfortunately, is a perfect job for an AI. An AI can tear through millions of data points from financial reports, market trends, and surveys in the time it takes you to blink. It can spot connections a human would miss and generate a full report, with charts and all, almost instantly. This isn't a theory. It's already happening. Major financial firms are giving their teams AI agents to do the initial analysis and drafting. This completely changes the game for a junior analyst. The old path of grinding away in spreadsheets and building PowerPoint decks for years is vanishing. Analyses from places like Bloomberg suggest that AI could take over more than half the tasks that market research analysts do today. The job isn't gone, but it's being hollowed out from the bottom. The value is no longer in gathering the data, it's in the final step, the strategic insight and human intuition needed to tell a story with the AI's findings. That requires experience, leaving fewer and fewer doors open for those just starting out. Finally, telemarketers and basic sales roles. These jobs are all about volume and repetition. Making hundreds of calls or sending thousands of emails from a simple script to find a few interested people. AI is built to take over this entire process. AI systems can already run cold call campaigns and qualify leads with terrifying efficiency. They can sift through data to find the best prospects, send personalized emails, even make initial voice calls, and handle the first few interactions. A human salesperson only gets involved after the AI has served up a lead on a silver platter, someone who is genuinely interested and ready to talk. This makes the sales team way more effective, but it also erases the need for huge teams of entry-level sales reps whose only job was to make those cold calls. This isn't the death of sales. Far from it. Complex, big-ticket sales that depend on building real relationships and trust will always need a skilled human. But the high-volume, low-skill part of the sales funnel is being automated out of existence. For the thousands working in call centers and entry-level sales roles, the future looks pretty clear. Okay, seeing that list can be a gut punch, especially if your job is on it. The headlines are scary, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But listen, the point of this video isn't to scare you, it's to prepare you. This isn't the end of work, it's the end of work as we know it. The disappearance of these jobs is making room for something new. The real question is, how do you make sure you're ready for it? So, if your job is at risk, what do you do right now? You start building a career that is AI-proof. This isn't about finding a job AI can never do. It's about doubling down on the skills that AI can't touch. First, lean into uniquely human skills. AI is a logic machine. It's terrible at genuine empathy, creativity, deep communication, and critical thinking. That's why jobs in healthcare, therapy, education, and high-level strategy are going to be more valuable than ever. They are built on human connection. Second, don't sleep on the skilled trades. AI can design a skyscraper, but it can't wire the electricity or plumb the bathrooms. Electricians, plumbers, carpenters, and mechanics do complex physical problem solving in unpredictable settings. These jobs are incredibly hard to automate and are already in huge demand. Third, and this is the most important one, learn to work with AI. Stop seeing it as your replacement and start seeing it as your most powerful tool. The most valuable people in the next decade will be the ones who can bridge the gap between human and machine. They'll be able to take the raw power of AI, apply their own strategic insight, and use it to create something brilliant. The goal is to become the conductor of an AI orchestra, not just one of the violins. This is a huge topic and things are changing faster than ever. We're trying to build a community of people figuring this out together. So we have a question for you. Which job on this list surprised you the most, and are you already seeing AI pop up in your industry? Drop a comment below. Your story might be the one that helps someone else make their next move. The revolution is here. It's quiet, but it's happening. The 6 job categories we talked about aren't just changing. They are being replaced by systems that are smarter, faster, and cheaper. You can't fight this wave. But by understanding where things are going, you can do more than just tread water. You can learn to surf, focus on what makes you human, respect the stability of physical skills, and become a master of these new tools. The future of work isn't you against the machine, it's you doing the things that only a human can.